Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome back to another mod of the day for this day. The second episode for today, the second match of the day. This one is a bit different and it's actually the first one in Assault where I see less than 5 people. I've seen of course the Asgardian draft where you draft the composition you want, as well as some where you have a lot of gold as well. But all are 5 on 5, and this is actually the first one I've seen that is 2 on 2, and I do think that's a great one, to be honest. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes you just want to play the 2 versus 2 lane, and I think that Assault is probably one of the best games for it, because you do have, of course, 1 lane, no jungle, no real gank attempts, so it's really the 1-on-1, the 2 on 2 fight. I'm a bit in doubt what I want to get as an active, as a relic. I went for the Cronus Pendant for the mana regen, since Ymir went for the Sovereignty, which makes sense of course, because we are against 2 physicals, we are 2 magicals. Cronus Pendant will make sure that I have the mana to use all my abilities, and a tiny trinket just to give me a little bit more of power, as well as a bit of lifesteal, and I can change that one up into a Pythagoras piece, which gives Ymir as well as me more lifesteal and some additional power, which is great. The relic I chosen for is the Shell. The Shell will make sure that if me or Ymir are at average low health, then I can pop the Shell to prevent, for instance, the Odin bird bomb to come out and finish it off. So that way I or Ymir might survive. Also, when Ymir gets stuck in the cage, it is just an awful lot better for me to get Shell than actually for Ymir, because if Ymir gets meditation, he gets health items generally, and that will make sure that he gets of course the additional healing off of meditation. He has more health, more healing on meditation. Makes sense. So it's better for him to pick up than for me. Nice meditation at this point. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Nice tower dive. Beautiful freeze into my ultimate, into my stellar burst. And what could have been my death actually resulted in first blood. Damn it. That hits a lot more than I expected. I expected it to do a little bit of damage. Not that much. But okay, that's fine. I had to back anyway. With such a low HP, there's not an awful lot I can do. Although I will lose a good amount of experience here. But Ymir can grab it, so I guess it's fine. He's level 8 at this point. Same as Xbalanque. Because experience is just insane you get from these minions. As well as the gold. You get just so much from killing them. Especially on your own. It's just nuts how much experience you get. But Ymir pretty low. Xbalanque decently low. Decently healthy. But it's fine. So I was able to pick up the first blood, which is just the best, because come on, who doesn't want additional gold? Actually, almost no damage on the Odin. Kind of makes sense. He of course went for magical defense because he is against 2 magicals. In that regard, we definitely have the edge, because if we counter build them with some physical defense, we will be able to dive the towers if necessary with the additional defense. And for them that won't be as easy, although Odin does have a shield, but still, it is quite difficult for them to dive effectively, because they will take a lot of damage, especially if they take a longer time. Actually, underestimates the amount of damage I can do. I do my 2 and my ult, and I'm able to pick that one up. Use my 1 for additional damage on the Odin, and my 2 secures the double kill. Even though Ymir got picked up, I was able to pick up both of them. So that will definitely help us out a lot. I might be able to pick up this tower actually, because I think I will be able to pick up this tower. Sol's probably one of the best tower killers, if not the best at the early stages. Because she has a lot of power, as well as a good amount of attack speed. As you can see, 1.5 with my passive fully stacked. And how much damage do I do per auto? I can't really see it. I think it's saying 58. So that's actually a very good amount of damage early on the tower, and when you have some time to attack on your own, it's nice. It's definitely a good one. So at this point I think we kind of have the edge, because I of course can walk out of Odin cage when my Disapparate goes off. which is great. Oh, and Ymir isn't too afraid when he's in the cage, because he's Ymir with defense, as well as just an insane HP pool. Ooh, nice freeze. I think the Xbalanque actually doesn't have maximum boots, because Ymir was able to chase up to him, even though Ymir is very slow as well. But yes, as you can see, he doesn't have boots at all. He went for the Bloodforge, although I do like the Bloodforge in one regard. He has a lot more basic attack damage than I do when I don't have my passive up. An insane amount of damage. My old bit of the mark on the Xbalanque is able to hit the Odin. Odin probably will cage, and here it is, the cage as expected. I could use my Disapparate, but I don't really have to finish off the Xbalanque. But we have to wait for minions. Minions take so long sometimes. But of course that kind of makes sense, because you usually go in when the minions walk into the tower. That way you have the not instantly the tower aggro. And this will cause, of course, that they might be able to clear it. Beautiful freeze. With my 3 deals able to dodge out. Cancelling it out. Able to pick up a kill again. I get every single kill. It's not too much of an issue, of course. I think Soul late game is probably one of the worst things. Although Xbalanque late game is definitely also not something I want to deal with. But I guess if you have seen this, if you've seen the video length already, then you know this won't be a very long game. But it kind of makes sense, because if you kill the 2 of the enemy, or if they kill both of us, they will instantly be able to pick up a tower, because the respawn times are just long enough. And there's nothing that really stops them other than no minions being there. So, 4.5k gold. That's a lot of gold to spend. Definitely want to spend it. If we get opportunity to finish them both off without an opportunity to get the Phoenix, then I will definitely take it. But at this point I will go for the tower, perhaps. Never mind, I'm in the Odin cage. Attack speed is reduced, but with the Disapparate I am able to get out safely, returning to the lane. Although I don't have any mana left, so I will have to wait for it. I kind of wanted to go for a 2 ult combo on the Xbalanque. Ooh. Well played. A lot of damage, as you saw there. Me not having boots definitely doesn't make it easier. But with the amount of gold I have, I can actually pick up the boots. Full obsidian shard, so it doesn't really matter anymore what they build for defense. With this, I think I have enough penetration to make sure I deal enough damage. And the Bitcoin piece, of course, more lifesteal, especially on my basics. But also for Ymir. I think this is probably the best build I could have gone for. I needed the MP5, of course, to really do something. The lifesteal is very important as well to sustain me up. I do have my 1, so it's not too necessary. But since we're with 2 magicals, the lifesteal for both of us, as well as the power, I think it's a very good pickup. And well, you can never go wrong with pen boots. Even on most Guardians, you definitely want to pick up the pen boots. Just very, very good item. Xbalanque elected to suicide as well. It's actually pretty smart, I think. On his own, he doesn't really have a good opportunity to do anything. I'll just wait a bit, make sure that Ymir gets the experience as well as some gold. But because if you survive on your own, you can't really do as much. But I do think the timers are a bit too far apart now, because Xbalanque is dead for another 30 seconds and Odin is now on his own. So probably should not have done it this time, but I do agree that it is a good option to go for. And I'll just focus on the tower. I do use my Disapparate, of course, not enough to dodge out all the damage. Bit too quick at that point was the leap. But I will go for the Phoenix. Don't really care about the leap. Actually try to go for a bit more Phoenix damage, but damn, that combo is really nasty. 2 into the ultimate, into the Ymir freeze, nothing he could have done. And he actually likes to... Oh, never mind. I figured why does he tank the Ymir ultimate? But he had, of course, his Sanctuary. He picked that one up as a second relic, I think. I'm not sure what I picked as first one. I think it was Meditation. But it's definitely not a bad one as well, because if Ymir gets the stun, he has really nothing against it. Unless, of course, he's very quick with the dash, making sure that he gets to the immunity part before he gets hit. Very difficult to time though, with an Ymir, for instance, trying to blink freeze. Talking about blink freeze, bit off the mark, but I guess it's fine. We did make sure that he used his dash, and at this point I'll just try and go for the Phoenix. It's very low, and as you can see, 117 per hit. That's a lot. That's really a lot of damage on that Phoenix. Nice freeze by the Ymir, secures that kill. Interesting. Bit off the mark with my ultimate as well. I think I was and way too early with my 2. Kind of should have expected that one. The Ymir wall is maxed out. We are level 20. That's actually very quick. I didn't expect so much experience. It's not even 10 minutes and we're level 20 already. Of course, we did get a good amount of kills. As you can see, the enemies aren't at level 20 yet. Xbalanque level 19. Odin actually level 15. So that's not an awful lot. As you can see, he doesn't have enough to really go for it. And we definitely have enough to go for it. As you can see, only 2000 health on the Titan. I'll just tank this one up easily. And this will guarantee that victory. The pre-10 minutes victory on the 2 versus 2. It is a random god, so you kind of need to be lucky. In this case, I think we had the better combination and the simultaneous rippy mode to really rub it in. But I do think it was, well, I think it worked out pretty well for us. We probably had the better gods. We have a lot more burst than they do. My 2 ult combo is just an insane amount of burst, and Ymir with the freeze, with the 2, with the ultimate is just a good amount of burst as well. And Odin really relies on his bird bomb. And Xbalanque doesn't have as much burst until late game when his enhance augmented with his 1 just deal an insane amount of damage. But we were able to pick up the victory and finish off this second mod of the day of this day. So, hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.